A manager who, from the very first day, has been all about building a team.
It was a good end to the year. We were racking up the points from match to match, and now we're back up into the top 10. But the new year came with a decision that could either benefit or slow down the progression of the club. But Thomas Raleigh, the gaffer, was sure that it would work out well. He put 6 players on the loan list, 5 of which he believed would benefit more from playing outside of the club. And Xavier El Fakir, who has been a problem in the team for a while now, would be put out on loan with the option to buy.
News just got to us that the Raiders manager, Thomas Raleigh, has put out 6 players on loan.
It is a mix of both first team and rotational players. So this would make you wonder what the Lehmanns are up to with this club.
It's really hard to predict. It could be a move to eradicate the forming of factions in the team, especially after that incident from a couple months ago. It could also be a tactical way to grow the players so they come back and make the team better.
The players that were to be leaving on loan are El Fakir, Brahima Kofi, Rohan Castanho, the Brazilian left winger, Mark Collier, Roman Dept, and the last player was...
One of us seems to circle the other. As you go, you remain a stranger to me, to you. But our pieces left uncovered, I'm thinking about...
This was definitely our toughest match ever, against a team that has been in the Premier League, Huddersfield. It would be a tough, very needed test to see where the team is at now, but nothing is impossible.
It is the Barnet Raiders taking on Huddersfield, a team that might just be too much for them, but we cannot put anything past Thomas Raleigh's side. Even though they've been shaky in recent times, they are known to clutch up in fixtures like this, where they are very much the underdog. Alexander Pavalos and Zola Naledi have been absolutely solid at the front for them, with the Korean wonder kid Chongu Won being the heart of everything that happens in this team. They can very well pull off a shocking win here against Huddersfield.
So here we go. Oh, the challenge was spot on. Really nice looking pass. It's a cross towards the near post. Good ball over the top. Oh, surely! Well, he's beaten his opponent and played in. And coolly done despite the mounting pressure. Getting right into his face. Such an ambitious run. Good weight on that pass. Must be. And doing well to keep that one out. Chance here. And so near on the volley.
Well, he'll be frustrated with that finish. That was a big opportunity there.
Alexander. And the Raiders moving the ball forward. What can he do from here? Can he? And a goal! That will do it. They've been pushing for it, and now they've been rewarded.
It's been a solid performance so far.
He read the situation defensively and did his job. It's Van Boer to Naledi. 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Nice looking pass. In position. And there it is, the half-time whistle. I think most fans would be pretty happy with this man's display so far. Into the second half, the Raiders with the advantage, but no room for complacency. The Raiders looking good here. Will it be? And pushed away to safety. So a half an hour remaining. Oh, it's Van Boer here. Can he take his shot?
The Huddersfield defender was there just in time.
Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. He's made a real difference, I must say, but the manager decides that this is the time to make a change. Well, do they have a goal in their future? They're giving it a go. And look at this! In search of an equaliser.
The Raiders are really holding on here.
Is it going to be? Well, diving magnificently to make sure he got there. To square the game! It was an opportunity to square this game.
Yeah, got to do better in those situations.
It was a tight, nerve-wracking ending to the match, but the fact that we were able to win against a championship side that has been in the Prem at that, it was a big morale-boosting performance for both the players and the fans.
We were dominant in the match, and yeah, I'm glad I'm the one that got the goal.
We could have gotten more. We were so dominant in the first half, and before the final 10 minutes of the second half, we weren't clinical enough. But it's on to the next.
Because 6 players were leaving the club, the atmosphere around training was different, so I had to show up personally to explain to the players why this was happening. The last thing the club needed now was a lack of morale. The ones going out on loan now are the ones most likely to be major players in the team in the next 4 to 5 years. So they needed to work hard in their respective teams, and they need to work even harder in the few weeks before they leave the team. The first match in 2026 was against Crawley Town, a team in 14th position. But before that match, Raleigh got a few offers. El Fakir was a talented player, just wasn't able to get out of his head and got his priorities mixed up. Raleigh got his first offer from Rayo Vallecano, a first division team in Spain. The negotiations went smoothly till it was time to sort out how much they would buy him after the loan. Xavier's off-the-field attitude was holding him back, but I know eventually we would get a team he can go to. The match against Crawley Town came. On New Year's Day, Cheon Gu-won was back after his brief illness at the end of last year, so he was in the squad. El Fakir apologised to the whole team after he realised he was actually going to be leaving, but it's a little too late. Raleigh, who doesn't hold any grudges, gave him a chance to play, partnering with Zola Naledi this time around. And like I have said before, their partnership almost always produces a goal.
And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement.
Zola scored their second shortly after that. Haruto found El Fakir, but the keeper did well to keep out his volley. Rahman Dept also made a really good save. At the beginning of the second half, Rowan took the corner short, and Okane Haruto capitalised on the chance.
And the shot, and there it is! 3 goals in front now, an immense performance!
Naledi had a free kick opportunity. He was the major free kick taker in the team, and it was close. He just couldn't generate as much power as he really needed.
Has eyes for goal!
The match ended 3-0, a very good performance from the boys to go 8th on the table. We had another offer for El Fakir from Ipswich Town, a championship side that's doing really well. El Fakir would be a good addition to their team, so it might be a good move for him. The deal was successful, so Xavier El Fakir would be going to Ipswich. The next match was against Crewe Alexandra, and in our home, this should be a good win against a side at the lower end of the table. The first goal came in the 32nd minute of the first half, thanks to Cheon Gu-won's patience and Rees Malik's attacking prowess.
Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer, and you have to say it was on the cards.
He had another chance in the match, but he was just unlucky and couldn't get his 3rd goal of the season. Alexander Pavalos hit the back of the net shortly after that, and the match ended with 2 goals and yet another clean sheet from us. Pavalos kept showing us why he's going to be a big star in the future. Brahima Coffey's deals were finally complete, and he made his way to the United States, where he would be playing for Orlando City. Ruan, on the other hand, was going to the Premier League to play for Leeds. It would be a big change for him, but I believe he can do it. Next was Rotherham in the Virtue Trophy, and with the form we're on, we should be progressing into the next round.
Zola gives it to Pervalos and makes a quick run on goal. Must take the lead here, and they have. You've got to say, it has been coming. Cutting his way inside. Chen. And he's made headway. They've gone and scored again. They're doing everything in their power to make sure they're not pegged back.
And the lady has been released in on goal here.
Can they do it? There it is! The goals keep coming. No stopping them today.
Another big win with a clean sheet, and with that we were through to the next round. After that match, El Fakir left the club. To Ipswich. It's a better club, on paper for now. But that would change on a few years. Mark Collier moved to a team in League One. It was just a 6-month spell at Cardiff, so he might be going on another one when he's back in June. We found ourselves on 5th in the league, just 4 points away from 1st. If we can keep our good form, we might find ourselves in 1st by the end of the month. Pervalos has a total of 35 goal contributions in just 29 appearances. In just his first season, he is looking very good, but also scary for the club, because he might leave to a much bigger club that's interested in him.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary, ready to provide all the tactical intricacies, is Sue Smith. And we have live action from the FA Cup to bring you today. It's Doncaster Rovers, and they take on the Raiders.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. This can be quite an attacking lineup with the three progressive players behind the lone striker, but you've still got that defensive protection with the two midfielders holding.
Good patient build-up as they try to fashion something. And it's opening up. Must be. Oh, a sensational stop. Takes it on. And the goalkeeper has outdone himself with that save. Now opening things up. Can they forge ahead? They do. And you've got to say they're good value for the lead. Can he play it in? Terrific piece of anticipation.
It's attack after attack for the Raiders.
Can he put it away? Well, looking for his second of the game.
Well, the visitors have dominated possession over the past 15 minutes. They've created some brilliant...
Can they do it? And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
Yeah, dealt with that really well, didn't he?
Barnet Raiders on the attack again.
Intelligent threaded pass here. Oh, it's on! There it is! The goals keep coming! No stopping them today!
It was win after win for us. Pervalos, Van Boer and Haruto got the first 3 goals in the FA Cup match against Doncaster. Pervalos got subbed off in the second half, giving way for Hugil, a previous Barnet player. Haruto had a really good chance to get his second, but it was just wide, and while Roman Depp was able to save the first shot, the second one was really well placed.
A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans.
Zola found Giannidis, but he was just put off the header. Stead had a chance to restore our 3-goal lead by just squaring it to Hugil, but what happened has happened. We were lucky to not concede another one. Their shot hit the bar, and Depp saved the rebound shot, and he saved yet another right before the end of the match. He's doing really well. I wish he wasn't going out on loan, but Raleigh has made the decision. It was another big win against a higher division side in the FA Cup, and it really got England's eye on us.
The Barnet Raiders are through yet another round of the FA Cup.
This team is really proving to be a force to be reckoned with. Is Kai Lehmann's team actually going to be able to go far in this competition?
While I believe they are doing unbelievably well for a team that's just in their first year of professional football, it's still too early. They are still yet to face an actual Premier League side. Last time they did in pre-season, they were absolutely outplayed.
It was a really good match, and no, I'm not surprised. I know all of my players, and I know what they're capable of. Caden, Alex and Okane were really brilliant in that first half, and although he didn't score, Naledi is really excelling in that false 9 role, dropping into the midfield to help Guwan and Caden. He is absolutely brilliant, and while I hate to see him go and can't wait till he comes back, I'm glad that Caden was able to score a goal in his last match here for a while.
Yes, Caden Van Boer was the final player leaving on loan. While he's a first-team player that has contributed a lot to this team so far, Raleigh thinks that he's one of the players that would benefit the most from the loan move. I believe and hope that he becomes a really great midfielder. He moved to Everton, a little far from us here in London, and he was going to be back here, hopefully when we're in the Championship. That night he came over to my house. His mum, Florence Van Boer, was my former agent and one of my closest friends, so he pretty much grew up alongside my kids. Just 1 year older than my son and 2 years younger than my daughter, so they were really close, especially after my family settled here when I made the move to Juventus. My daughter, Kaya Lehmann, was already in her second year playing as a pro player in Arsenal's senior squad, so Caden came over to meet her. It was just a casual conversation between them about him being loaned out because he wanted to stay in the team. She reminded him that a move to Everton meant bigger exposure, though she admitted it was strange since he'd been a strong first-team player all season. She then revealed she'd overheard his mum and I talking about the loan moves to see how he and Ruan handled pressure at a higher level. Seeing it as a training arc made Caden feel better. That night, I told Caden to focus on his football and be his absolute best to make me his family, and most especially, himself proud. Raleigh attended a press conference before our next match against Grimsby Town.
Do you think Zola Naledi and Alexander Pavalos can help the team to win the cup with their chemistry?
Good question. And the simple answer is, yes, they can. With their work rate and chemistry up top, it is far from impossible.
How do you plan on keeping Pavalos? Because surely at the end of the season, teams like Arsenal, Madrid or PSG will be knocking on the door to get him.
Well, before we started this whole project, the Lehmann spoke to all the players one-on-one about the vision they have for the club. While not all players would be here forever, obviously, Pavalos is our ace and he knows it. And he is also loyal to the club.
One more. Pavalos has been on striking good form, but so has Naledi, who has been decided on as the main striker.
The system I use utilises both of them very well in the starting 11. When it's 4-4-2, Naledi drops deep to assist the midfielders, and when it's the 3-4-2-1, Pavalos has two really good ball careers behind him. That is Naledi, and now that Ruan is out on loan, Jordan Obiawe will be filling that spot in the first team.
That's all we have time for today, thank you.
The reporters in the press conference mainly had questions to do with Pavalos' form and the possibility of leaving the team. We knew how good he was ever since the academy days. He was the best player in the entire squad. And I did have a conversation with him one-on-one. He told me that he wants to take Raiders to the top flight in English football and win a major trophy with the team before he even entertains the thoughts of moving to a new team. He also said all that is dependent on how the team does from the start. And well, the team has exceeded both our expectations.
The stadium is buzzing already, and with good cause. Two top sides ready to go at it, and this should be something special on the pitch. Stay with us on EA TV.
We had Grimsby Town next in the league. So far, we were the highest scoring team in the league with 47 goals, and Pavalos has a huge percentage in that distribution. The game started with them scoring a penalty to go 1-0 up in the match. Haruto tried to find Pavalos at the far post, but the defender was able to hold him well, but he was still able to get a foot on the shot, and the keeper had to strain to save that. Cheongu-won had a good strike on goal, and it went just wide. Then in the second half, the Nigerian, Jordan Obiawe, floated one over to Pavalos, and he was not going to be missing the one-on-one opportunity.
And it goes! The leveller! Thrilling stuff here!
They had a chance, but their striker completely scuffed the shot. They had another, but Potter was able to claim it properly. Haruto tried to find Pavalos on the cross again, but the defender was able to stop the header. They had a chance from a really tight angle, and Potter had it covered, and Cheongu-won was able to clear that to safety. The match ended as a 1-1 draw. Grimsby are a team that we haven't been able to beat this season. A draw in both matches, and if we progress to the next division, we might not get to play them again. Roman Det was the final player to leave the team on loan, moving to Luton Town, a championship team that also has Premier League experience. Hopefully, he grows well there. We sat on 5th position after the draw, drawn on points with Cheltenham and Crewe Alexandra, but with a game at hand. We needed to get back to winning ways, and Oldham Athletic was our next target. In 23rd position on the league, this was supposed to be a straightforward win. They started the match well, but they weren't able to get their effort on goal. Pavalos was closed down well though, and they were also intercepting key passes. Pavalos tried his luck from distance, but it went high and wide. Then towards the end of the first half, this happened.
That's a good-looking shot! And a goal almost bewitching in its beauty. Excellent technique.
That goal reminded me of me. Naledi has been extremely open about how much I was his role model. So much that he even does my celebration when he scores. And he also fought for the number 7 when Raleigh was assigning jersey numbers.
And this free kick? Damn. Seeing someone else score something like that from that angle gave me goosebumps.
His goal opened up the match. The skipper, Cheongu-won, also found himself on the score sheet shortly after the second half started. Hugill had a chance, but he couldn't get his effort on target. And then Oldham pulled one back after Nitschke Kanev gave away yet another penalty. The match ended 2-1. A good win for us and a good performance from Naledi in particular.
Our cameras on one man. in fantastic form and the top scorer in the league.
22 goals for Alexander Pavalos on his breakout season. He has been absolutely phenomenal in the past 7 months. We've seen him in action here at the Raiders, and with this kind of goal-scoring prowess, it's only a matter of time before the big clubs come knocking for the Argentine signature. You really can't underplay how good this Barnet Raiders attack has been this season. Their movement on and off the ball is key. They're always threatening the space behind the opposition, and when the ball does come, they're always able to find that bit of room away from their markers to create that chance on goal. They are absolutely entertaining to watch, and this man, Alexander Pavalos, has been something else altogether.
Stead. Plenty of support here. He's in with a chance. This to make it 1-0. And confidently converted. Oh, surely! Full credit, safely away.
Well, that's how to clear the danger. Good piece of defending there.
Opportunity, and there goes the final whistle. And the home fans are going to be happy about this outcome.
We were the more dominant side in attack, as usual. And although Pavalos' penalty was the only goal in the match, we never really looked like we were going to be losing the lead. Raleigh has done absolutely well with this bunch of players, and I'm proud of what they have been able to do. Pavalos had an interview after the match, reporters asking him about his future allegiances to the club, and him using his goal-scoring talents to win bigger trophies at bigger clubs.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but our dream is to win the big trophies here at Raiders. We might still be in League 2 now, but I'm sure everyone that watches us would notice our progress since our first public match against Arsenal. I believe in Raleigh and the Lehmann's dream for this team. We are taking it a step at a time, and with the amount of hard work I see from my teammates, week in, week out, paired with our most recent results, that dream looks like something that would come true.
Those were truly inspiring words from Barnet Raiders ace Alexander Pavalos. And I'm sure it would be a relief for the Barnet fans to hear that his allegiances are with their club.
He's a confident lad, and rightfully so, but come on, this is just the League One, and we can all see that this Raiders team, I dare say, might be too good for this division. If they do in fact make it to the Championship, where the competition gets even more intense, I would like to see how they do then.
Pavalos' interview gave mixed reactions from reporters, pundits, and fans of the sport alike. Some were calling the club delusional after a couple good games. Some were fully backing the confidence of our extremely young squad. Kori, my sister, had taught them a lot of media training during their academy days, so they know how to block out all that noise. This was a foolproof project that we started, and I intend to do whatever it takes to make my goals come true. The next match was against Shrewsbury, and it was another masterclass from Alexander Pavalos.
And a good-looking ball, and a goal! Not wasting much time today, they strike first. Threading it. Well, that was the chance to extend them. That's a high-quality pass. Big opportunity. In it goes! That will greatly help their cause. Now they only need to keep concentration levels high. Could reduce the deficit. And he does! There is hope for them, despite the adversity they suffered earlier.
The match ended 2-1, and yet again, Pavalos did really well to seal the win for our side. What a player, what a team. We moved up to second on the league table, 5 points behind Walsall in first, and with a game at hand. If we beat them and win our next match, we would finally find ourselves on top of the table. Pavalos won the January Player of the Month. This is his second time winning the award, and it has been well deserved. Every single time. It was a rainy day here at Walsall, first versus second. We have played a team in first when we went up against Nottingham County, and that was a really tough match. This man, Alexander Pavalos, earned himself his first hat-trick, getting the winning goal on that day. Would he be able to do the same this time around?
So the first half begins. Let's see what unfolds. Could be threatening. And a goal! Not bad for starters. They take an early lead. Could be dangerous. And an opening on a solid piece of goalkeeping. Chen. And back with Alexander. And the Raiders moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? Well, still danger. And there it is. An almost intuitive piece of finishing. Is it the perfect pass? Decent idea. Chance here.
And it's Pervalos here. The Raiders are advancing.
And fed forwards. Opportunity. And a goal! That's his brace. They just can't keep him quiet. And through for the goal kick.
Malik to Oviawe. Pervalos halted up for a bit and releases. Gives it back to Malik.
In position.
For 2 goals up. Oh, it's just wide.
And so it is. The first half story has been written. So the second half underway. Just looking to keep the shape, it seems. And in with a real chance. Oh, not safe yet. And a goal! Using his head in more ways than one to help the cause.
It's Haruto here. Gets past his man. Lays it off to Pervalos. He carries the ball forward. And finds Chon.
Oh, it's on! And in at the second time of asking, just what was required. Excellent vision. He went for placement, but not to be. Distributing it well. Oh, what a fine save! Must be a goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Yeah, it's a goal for Barrow. They're now behind by 1 with 10 minutes left on the clock.
And it goes down as a missed opportunity from there. And playing it through, and just has to remain calm. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
And there goes the final whistle, 6-1 against the league leaders. I guess it's safe to say that the Barnet Raiders are the best team in the 4th division right now. Still not on top of the league table because they have a game at hand, but with the way they're playing, it can only go up from here.
Step on the pitch and the crowd goes wild. Raiders in the building, yeah, we run this side.
Great in 1v1 situations, and their movement is also very good. But it's
oh, wait a moment, look at what's happening. Could be in. To put them ahead. And denied by the keeper. Decent looking ball. And the keeper parried it away in style. And flying forwards here. Good ball over the top. Oh, genuine chance. Big opportunity. Perhaps now.
Stead had a lot of chances, but he couldn't put any away. The match went to penalties, and we did really well. Our players were on target and put away all their chances. Meanwhile, Leyton Orient missed 2. Then the man who put us in this position of penalties was the one that got the final penalty to win the match. It was a huge relief, and we were through to the semi-finals of the Virtue Trophy.
Under these lights, you'll hear our names. We fight, we fall, we rise again. No matter the scars, no matter the pain, we carry the Raiders.
3-4-3 formation.
Oh, it's developing nicely for them here. Couldn't quite hang on. Oh, that's brilliant! A strike so delightful, you'd never tire of seeing it again and again. Sheer technical. Lovely ball over the top. Just needs to stay calm. Can he? Oh, difficult save to make. To make it 2-0. And there it is. Perfectly executed.
After the FA Cup match, we were back down to 4th in the league. That's because we had 2 games at hand, and winning this 2 would get us to 62 points. 1 above Walsall, who's still renting out our spot in first place.
This is our land, this is our game. When you see black and gold, better remember the name. No retreat, no fear, only hearts unchained. This is Raiders forever, and we raid in flame.
And then stretch the pitch when they do have the
ball. Hold on, Stuart, they're in here. In it goes, an early goal. No wonder they're celebrating. A really good pass. And they've done it to square the game once again. Exhilarating.
We drew the match against Colchester, a result that we weren't expecting, but something we'll just have to lift our heads and move on from. The draw slowed our rise to the top a bit, but Walsall did lose a match and we're still 2 games behind.
It's easy to see how, as a manager, he matches the DNA of the club. Everyone pulling in the same direction.
Well, for a while, everybody...
And the shot. And back with Alexander. Trying to connect. Oh, good finish. There it is, and just the ideal start. Opportunity here. A goal! That's 2 for him today. They simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating.
Haruto scored yet another brace in his career, and the match ended with yet another clean sheet for us. Potter did really well in goal though, and that earned him the Man of the Match award. We were 3 points behind Walsall with a game at hand, and our next match is going to be up against Chesterfield. They're currently in 6th position, so we would have to bring our A game into the match. All eyes were on Pervalos as usual, coined as the Argentine Haaland. It takes a lot to stop him in a match, and even when you do stop him from scoring, he always finds a way to get an assist. Can him and the rest of the team overcome yet another opponent in their quest to the top?
Well, got there in the end. That's the important thing.
The Raiders are on the move now.
Super pass, and running in behind. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward.
Malik gives it to Pervalos on the wing.
It's a neat move. Oh, surely. It's in. They're looking really relaxed and confident, and not giving the opposition much of a look in.
Yeah, that was a really good goal. Really good skill from the skipper to open up the space for the shot. And bang. Incredible.
An effective ball. It's the Raiders' turn now. Oh, really good header. Intercepting it intelligently. Oh, could get back into it. And oh, it's in. We cannot declare this contest over. They still believe.
It was a really tough second half. Their defence locked up, and we also conceded after a mistake from Reece Malik. But we were able to see out the win. We deserved the win, and of course, Alexander Pervalos was at the back of the net yet again. In the board meeting, the sports director, Kevin Harrogate, pointed out that there was yet another wonder kid to look out for, João Santos, a Brazilian wonder kid that Barcelona just acquired. Although he wouldn't be leaving Barca anytime soon, if he performs really well, it also won't hurt to keep him in our shortlist and keep an eye on him. He was also keeping an eye on the other players on the shortlist, while Raleigh was watching the players we've sent out on loan. Van Boer was doing really well in Everton in the 6 weeks that he has been with them, scoring 1 and assisting 1 in the 3 games he has appeared in. Ruan has also been getting way more playtime in Leeds United. Very soon he might just be their starting left winger. These kids were really exceeding all the expectations I had for them. We were just 1 point behind Walsall and still with a game at hand. We just need to keep up the form we're on, and before we know it, we're winning the league. Pervalos led the league in terms of goals, 28 and 33 appearances, and he's also joint first with Ollie Norburn league assists. Overall, he's gotten 48 goal contributions in the team in 40 appearances. Zola Naledi comes second with 27 goal contributions. Okane Haruto a close third with 24, Cheongu Won in fourth with 6, and Reece Malik with 5 goal contributions. It was a good, unbeaten start to 2026. Zola Naledi got a hat-trick. While he's a brilliant player, he's better used as a support striker for Pervalos, and he's playing that false 9 role brilliantly. And Alexander Pervalos is just the talk of the team at the moment. Even in training, he's extremely hard-working, and you just see his brilliance during the games. The season would be coming to an end, and with the way we're playing, automatic promotion to League One seems like a huge possibility.
Step on the pitch and the crowd goes wild. Raiders in the building, yeah, we run this side. Pressure on my chest, but I breathe that fire. We don't break, we don't fall, we rise higher. Day one grind, put the pain in the mud. Every loss made a boss, turn the sweat into blood. If you're looking for a fight, better know we don't fade. We don't play when we move, it's a motherfucking raid. Lights flash when we come through. Whole squad, yeah, we built to break through. From the tunnel to the last